It's after July 4th, and the fireworks may be over, but the deals are just starting. You know what we like to do after July 4th? We like to have a July 4th blowout sale. Shop STCG.com. Get your stuff while it's on sale, because I might change my mind any minute now. Max is the one to go, put it on sale, put it on sale. I go, don't put it on sale. We're here to make a profit. Apparently he's not. He's here to give stuff away. So get in there while you can. When life gives you lemons, what do?
Make lemonade!
Right, but what if life gives you peanut butter and jelly? Then what do? You make peanut butter and jelly baby back ribs. Oh my God. I'm not kidding. Why would I kid? I'm not standing up here to
Who said you were kidding?
They might think I'm kidding. Peanut butter and jelly ribs. Look, there's all kind of foods in the Asian world that employ peanut butter as a saucular component. Saucular. Learning something here. On this Canada Day, by the way, you're not watching this on Canada Day, but today, July 1st is Canada Day. I can do the whole Canadian national anthem if you want. English and French, forwards and backwards. The point remains. Peanut butter is used with meat in a lot of Asian recipes. Well, the peanut butter steak we did here, right? The Thai peanut butter steak was fantastic. So if you got the peanut butter, the savory component of the peanut butter, a little sweet component, in our case, some jelly, some jam, would go nicely. And who says you can't put them on pork? Pork loves sweet. It does. Pork loves savory like peanut butter. So the two of them are gonna go like this. It's gonna be great. And I'm shortcutting the process for you here. One of my favorite ways to make ribs, and all the barbecue people in the world, the Kansas City Barbecue Society people, they can yell at me all you want, kiss my ass. Listen, not everybody's got a smoker. Not everybody's got like 40 hours to slow do the ribs on the Weber and move the charcoal. I know you can do them in 3 hours or something like that. It doesn't matter. We're not doing that. My trick, we get a rub on them, throw them in the oven cupboard. 75 minutes, they're done. They don't look great, but they're done. Then we finish them. Then the peanut butter and the jelly part happens. But we finish them out here, right behind me. You're gonna like this, right? We start with the rub, the ribs, oven, and then we carry on from there.
Did you say you're gonna rub on them? I think you said you're gonna rub on them.
I didn't say I was gonna rub on the ribs.
You might have.
So put the rub on
Way
there.
back.
Whatever. These are the components for our rub. Recipes below. We begin with brown sugar, smoked paprika, black pepper, kosher salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne. And we mix. Get rid of the clumps. When you're happy, get the ribs. There you go. You know what that is? That's a rack of baby backs. I like them. Pork loin back ribs. They make me very happy. So here's...
Back rack.
What?
It's a baby back rack.
It's a baby back. Ooh. Jesus, the language on the kid. You did not learn that from me. Tell me when I can continue.
Can we get a flashback to him screaming that also? Or screaming horrible things?
I don't think I've ever said that word.
Yeah, oh yeah, right.
That word is not in my vocabulary.
Yes.
I do have t-shirts that say, let's bring the C word back.
Oh yeah,
that's
exactly.
cooking.
I wonder where
cooking.
I got that from.
But for this, we're going to use gloves. Now, you don't have to, but a binder is a good suggestion. A binder is something you put on the ribs that lets the rub stick. Could be water, probably not, but could be oil, could be mustard, could be mayonnaise. In our case, we're going to use a little sriracha because the sweet of this recipe will love some of this heat in contrast. And it's not like you're going to be tasting sriracha ribs. Sauce up both sides. And now comes the age-old question about whether you take the membrane off. And the membrane is this little layer right here. If you want to put a knife in there and jimmy it up, you'd normally start at the end and then you pull the whole thing off. I'm going to give you permission right now. You see that? I'm giving you permission right now to say, I don't want to do that. So don't. Who cares? It's not that big a deal. These are not frickin' competition ribs. These are your ribs. And if you want to take that membrane off, you take it off. Now you can get your rub and be generous. Not crazy, but generous. See that fly? Oh my God. Do the back, flip them over. Now we're going to add some vinegar. This is what I like to do. I don't know, 1/4 cup of vinegar underneath. So what happens when this cooks in the oven, we're going to cover it with foil. The vinegar is going to, like any liquid would, it's going to steam, but the acid in it will help break down the meat, make it more tender. At least that's what I believe. And they've always worked out for me. So now get some foil and cover. Don't turn too fast or you lose some of your vinegar. And when you've wrapped nice and tight, take them inside, unless you have an oven outside, at 350 degrees, put them in for 75 minutes. That's an hour and a quarter. I'm gonna come back, we're gonna get some peanut butter business happening. Okay, this part is fun because this is what we're gonna brush on the ribs when they come out of the oven when they're on the grill. And we start with, does that look like a half a cup of peanut butter to you?
Yes.
Thank you.
To my expert eyes.
All right, we add a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. 1 and 2. That's for just a little tang, that should be obvious. To make it better, we add a little soy, because soy makes everything better. It's kind of like bacon. And now some hot honey, and if you saw the soppressata pizza that we did in the cast iron pan on the charcoal grill the other day, summer is great. Pizza in summer is even greater. But pizza in a cast iron pan on a charcoal grill in summer? Come on, that's gotta be the top of the pile. We made our own hot honey. You gotta find the recipe. It's 3 ingredients, it's so good. So we'll put a couple, oh God, look how gorgeous it is. World's best hot honey. And for fun, just a little head of chili flakes. That's it. Was that 1/4 teaspoon? And we're gonna mix, and probably not gonna get as smooth as we want just with this liquid. So I might introduce a little warm water in a second to help spread it out. I want this ultimately not so thick, but thick enough that it will coat the ribs. And that's too thick. So we put some hot water in here. See how we are. That you can brush on beautifully. Give it a little taste. Wait for it. A little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet. It's all good. All right, 2 more things. The jelly drizzle for the end, and then a peanut thing. A little bit of heat, a little pot. And now look, peanut butter and jelly is a personal thing. I am a raspberry jam guy. I don't screw around with strawberry, blueberry, blackberry. Look, they all have their place, but they do not have their place here. We want to warm that a little bit, and then I'm going to put a little bit of sriracha in here, and this will mix. Okay, a little bit of water in this one too. Oh, Max. All right, that's good. This is going to thicken up as it sits a bit. Turn the heat off. I can warm it at the end when I need it, but stay right there because it's time for a mortar and pestle and peanuts. I want to give a little dusting, just a little bit at the very end, when almost all is said and done. I don't want dust, I want maybe like a chunkified dust, which by the way sounds like a disco song from the 80s.
Chunkified dust.
Tonight is the night. It's not a walk, it is a must. So come and dance with me, girl. To the chunkified dust.
78 degrees on a hot Friday afternoon in WCBX in Chicago. As we roll into the weekend, here we go with Kool and the Gang and Chunkified Dust. So look, you know what that is?
Chunkified dust.
Chunkified dust, baby.
Chunkified dust.
Okay, that's it. Nothing to do now but wait. I've got about an hour left. You'll see me when the ribs are ready. And then it's rock and roll time. No, then it's disco time. And here we are, out of the oven. You lift the corner of the foil carefully, then you pour the liquid into the sink, then you're okay. There's steam, so don't do it towards your face. And now I don't put any of that peanut butter on or barbecue sauce or whatever I'm using until I get some color on this side. So we go meat side down right there. And let's just give that a couple minutes to start getting some good char marks on it. Remember, 100% cooked. If I took a little knife, look at how it goes in. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as the Brits would say. So, fully cooked. At this point, it's about color, charring, and flavor from our sauce. And because they're bones in that U shape, the middle of the rack is getting color. So sometimes I'll either take my tongs and lift them so the ends on each side get color. Let me move that away from that little flame spot. Or I can put something underneath it. So here's a little peek for you. See? It's getting it in the center, and that's what you want. You can do that. You could go like this. You could take a little tray, lift them up, bring the tray in, and now it's doing this back part where the sun don't shine, if you know what I mean. And then in a minute, I can flip it. That's if you want to be super anal. I'm just showing you what you might want to do. I don't necessarily do this, but we'll give it, now that it's there, I'll give it 30, 40 seconds. Do it on this side, turn it over. And that's when we baste. And that's when the peanut butter hits. All right, let's try this side. It's not perfect, but it's a system. Get rid of this, go like this, and we're over. There you go. I mean, look, a little browner here, but it's looking crazy gorgeous. And now, remember this? The peanut butter, the apple cider vinegar, the hot honey, the flakes. It's so hot. Somebody walks into your house and you're painting these with a peanut butter business. They go, what is that? Go, oh, it's just a barbecue sauce. But why is it so light? Oh, it's just like, you know, got a little cream in there and blah, blah, blah. Don't tell them. Don't tell them till they eat it. So the bottom side is not as important as the top in terms of charring and that kind of stuff. You want to give it a little time, but you don't have to go whack on it. You don't have to go full ham on it. But the really fun part is now when this starts to burn in a little bit. So it's just a tiny bit more, and then we're gonna flip. You ready, ladies? Let's go. Oh, look it. And let's not forget this side. I mean, you can hear the ribs going, whoa, whoa, what about me, son? Yes, the back always gets. The back always gets. Jesus. Clearly, I got a hot spot. I just cannot believe how hot this thing gets. Okay, I'm not going to give it too long because there's a bunch of sweetness in here. Let's have a look. All right, let's burn into the bottom a little bit. One more quick turn on this side just before I take it off, just to make sure there's no question about what flavor is going on here. But this is clearly a hot spot here, so I'm going to move it a bit. I'm going here, like that. Okay, 1 minute, off she comes. And don't forget, there's a raspberry drizzle coming up and crunchified dust. It's kind of like rarefied air, but better. You guys are coming off with me. Or as fuck would say. And we're down. But wait, don't stop there because we got 2 more things to do. And the first is our raspberry-sriracha drizzle. Oh, peanut butter and jelly at its ridiculous finest. And now, crunchified dust.
Tonight is the night.
And we're out. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, are peanut butter and jelly baby back ribs with a raspberry sriracha drizzle and peanut crunchified dust. Well, the only thing to do is cut them up. Now, if they were just dry rubbed ribs, I'd flip them over. You can follow the bone line, but I don't want to do that, so. Oh. Fuck good or bad?
Fuck, great.
Fuck great. Fuck. Hey you, hey you, hey, 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 hey. The oven method is always a winner, always. Well, well. So this is the moment when you got to choose, and this is my guy. I'm telling you something, watch this. I just want you to watch right here. See bone? This meat. It's wanting to just pull off. Don't discount my oven, then finish on the grill method. Well, ridiculously tender. They're savory, they're sweet. There's a little bit of spice, but that crunchified dust is so important. It adds just some crunch to it. My God, they're insane. You can use whatever jam or jelly you want, but I'm telling you, you're making a mistake if you don't use raspberry because it stands up to the savory of the peanut butter and the spice. Can you imagine somebody using like apricot on this? How were they? Oh, I used apricot. Oh,
You use apricot on a ton of shit.
I love apricot, but not for this. Not with this savory goodness and the spice. How about a little extra dip? And by the way, if you thought regular ribs, sorry for the plane, if you thought regular ribs were a mess, try dealing with these kids. Holy shit. Oh my God.